We caught up with the wife of Nana Akufo Addo, Rebecca Akufo Addo, earlier last week, just before he's had his birthday celebrations. And she and the 3 kids and some grandkids spoke quite brilliantly about the husband and, of course, their father as well. We'll now take a listen to that interview with Rebecca Akufo Addo. You welcome to this edition of State of the Nation, and this is a very, very exclusive interview with Rebecca Akufo Addo. Well, if you don't know her by now, then probably you might have just popped up from nowhere. She happens to be the wife of the NPP's Nana Addo Akufo Addo. We just want to get to know Nana Addo a bit more from the angle of the family. What you know is that Nana Addo makes speeches, that addresses rallies, and that speaks of his love for this country and why he wants to lead it. But who is Nana Addo beyond the cameras, beyond the big stages, beyond the rallies? Auntie Rebecca is my guest. Hello, welcome, madam.
Thank you very much.
Most of us know Nana Addo from what we see on TV, at rallies, his love for this country, his passion and all of that. But as far as you are concerned, who is Nana Addo Akufo Addo?
I would say that, first of all, he's my dear husband. He is a normal man like any other man. He is a very, very loving husband and father, loves his children dearly, cares very much about his family, and also very passionate about his politics. That is a big, big thing for him. He's always cared about Ghana, and he's always wanted to do his bit for his country.
What makes him tick as a politician, if I was to ask you that question? What's different with Nana Addo?
I would say that what makes him tick as a man, and I would say politics, politics, and more politics. Yes, he lives and sleeps politics. There's so much that he has in him to do for his country. He knows that Ghana can be anywhere, can be compared to most countries in the world. Ghana can achieve the right status for the 59 years it's achieved so far. And he would want to be given the opportunity to put Ghana on the map, on the right place, in the right place on the map.
Because of what he does, his opponents, those on the other side, always find something to say about him, to criticize him. Sometimes stories are made up, other times they are misconstrued. How do you help him handle some of these things?
You know, Nana Addo is a seasoned politician, and he knows that the kind of criticism comes with the territory. And so he handles it very well. And he has actually taught me as well to handle it. I know that at times it can be painful and very upsetting to see or to hear what people come up with about him, people who hardly know him. They would come out and say very, very nasty things, all because of politics. And I must say that our politics is really degenerating into really a bad state of affairs. People just get up and say whatever just to win political points. Terrible propaganda about things which they know nothing about. And so I try to talk things through with him. Whenever things come up, I ask him what they are about. But, you know, he tells me that this is politics. All that comes with it. And so I take it in my stride.
This is going to be a very busy year for the family, for yourself as well. As I speak to you now, he's on the road from somewhere, Kumasi, coming down to Accra. He's been traveling around quite a bit. How do you cope with all of the busy schedule that he has to endure?
Yeah, he's actually coming from the Kwame Mountains, having spent Easter with the people of Kwao. How do I cope with this? Yes, it's difficult. He's been traveling all over Ghana. He's done it several times over. Yes, I have sleepless nights sometimes, him traveling during the night on some of our not so good roads. But as I said earlier, it's all part of the game, and I'm quite used to it.
For the election coming up in November, how do you perceive his chances this year round?
I would say that he has a very, very good chance. The grounds are good for him, and I think it's about time that Ghanaians gave him the opportunity to show them what he can bring to the table. But I am very confident, very, very confident that this time round God will make his light shine upon him, and he'll be victorious this time round.
So we have been joined by Auntie Rebecca's grandkids and some of their kids as well. But before I go to them though, what role do you intend to play as First Lady should you become one?
I would be a big support for my husband as a First Lady. And I would also want to champion the cause of Ghanaian women and the children as well. That will be, as I see it, my main role.
Okay. So tell me, how do you feel about your dad being on the road all the time?
It's a normal kind of occurrence really for us. It's part and parcel of our family life. I mean, I suppose outside looking in, it looks like it's a bit different. To us, it's kind of the norm, you know. We make time for each other when we can, and Daddy's on the road.
You've gotten used to him, being across the country.
Yes, I mean, that's my father's job, you know. So, as I said, it's always been the case. But, you know, I suppose we're an extraordinary family that make extraordinary circumstances normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about his campaign this year?
How do I feel about his campaign this year? That's a very loaded question. I think it's very strong.
Okay.
I think it's coming back off now. People are actually seeing my father as a lawyer, seeing him as how astute he is and how loyal he is. You're getting to see the loyalty that my father has to his country and to as a citizen, really. So I find it very strong. I find that this is, to me, is actually the strongest one because it's coming off the back of everything that's happened, you know. So I think this is the strongest one.
Okay, Edwina, your turn now. How do you deal with the pressure of being Addo's daughter, if you like?
Well, luckily I haven't had to deal with any pressure. He's raised us to be quite independent and live our own lives, and he's made sure that his decision to run for presidency, that's right, it's a microphone, hasn't affected us too greatly. We live very, very normal, simple lives. Okay, let's leave the microphone, please. I don't really see my life as being that extraordinary or different.
And how do you perceive a presidency of your dad to be like?
I think it'll be very transparent. I think it will be something that we won't forget, definitely. I think he's going to work extremely hard to transform this country for the better.
What makes you say so?
Because he's always been very diligent and very determined, and when he sets his mind to something, he accomplishes it. And he's always told me since I was a child that he wants to make this country better for every Ghanaian. Always.
Okay, Valerie, I've heard from your two sisters about how they feel about your father standing for president and his chances this year and what they expect him to do when should he win. What do you reckon will be his key focus should he become president?
Oh, you had to ask me the hardest question. Listen, my dad's vision has always been to see Mother Ghana return to its former glory. So the first thing he's going to try and fix is the economy so that more people can be empowered. You know, before it was all about education because education is key to, you know, the future of Ghana. But now it's education and empowering people to be able to afford their daily, you know, their daily bills, their daily walk, everything that the average Ghanaian needs. So, yeah, I think that would be his main thing, fixing the economy.
What do you and your siblings and your kids do to support him as he campaigns for the presidency?
Well, we just provide normalcy for him. You know, every day for over the past decade, it's been about campaigning and, you know, the long walk to the future of the presidency. So for us, when he comes home, we just provide entertainment. You know, the kids, he's always happy to see the children because they're just, you know, they're simple and he can speak to them, and we just provide a comfortable place for him to be, and yeah, a home of love that he can feel comfortable and not have to talk about politics anymore.
Also, that brings my next question. Do you ever not discuss politics in this house? Ever?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
When
We're not always talking
when
politics.
When do you not?
90% of the time. He speaks politics everywhere he goes, all the time. He needs to not speak politics when he's home.
There's a convention in this house that here politics is on the down low, family is on the up low.
No, not necessarily, but you know, at the end of the day, he's our dad, husband, grandpa. We know what he needs when he needs it. So when he comes home from a long stretch of campaigning, we're not going to bombard him with questions about what the next step is.
It's his birthday. You guys have want to wish him a happy birthday?
Yes.
Okay.
Happy birthday!
So that brings us to the end of this special edition of State of the Nation. My guest has been Rebecca Akufo Addo and the family, made up of 3 kids here and the 5 grandkids, I must say. And of course, they also wish their dad, their husband, granddad, and dad a happy birthday as well. My name is Kwame. The program has been State of the Nation.